Okay, this is my presentation, and for my project I did, should education be free for everybody? And then for my introduction I said that not everything has the same price, If you go to the Audi dealership, an Audi's not gonna cost you the same thing as a Toyota or a Honda, you, not everything has the same price, same for education. If you go to Harvard, it's not going to cost you the same thing as if you go to Metro or a community college. And then I said that nowadays everybody should have an education, because you just can't live in this world without knowing how to read and write and do basic math. Yeah. And then for my brief overview of case, I said not all degrees are created equal. Like if you have a Harvard degree, you're gonna get a job like that. Like you're gonna have a job before you even get out, before you even like get out of Harvard. You already have a job. And then if you go to a community college or Metro or whatever, you're gonna have to go look for a job type thing. And then you have to look at the business side of things, because if we make education free for everyone, someone's gonna be losing out on some money. And then if we were the people on the other side, making the money off of college, then we would be all for it. We'd be jacking up the prices all day long, because we're the one making the money. And then I said if education was free for everybody, people wouldn't value an education as much as people do right now, because if they fail a class or whatever, they'll be like, whatever, it's free. Like I could go take that class again. And then I chose this topic because I wanted people to know what I thought about this topic, because everybody has a different opinion on every topic. And for my overall arguments, I said if you can afford an education, then you should pay something for it. I'm not saying like go on and pay full on education, because we all got to save money, we all got to like buy stuff. And then if you have really good grades, you should have the right to a free education, because you're showing that you care for your education. And not only that, but you're showing that every penny that's going into your education will not be wasted. It will all go to a good cause, because you clearly care for your education. And yeah, and then I said that if you can't afford an education, then the government should lend you a hand, because not everybody's as fortunate, and some people don't have working parents. Maybe you have some retired parents, and maybe you don't have parents. If you, the point is, if you don't have the way to pay for an education, then the government should lend you a hand. And then what I found most interesting was that as technology goes further and further, the thought of education being free for everybody becomes more of a reality. And then what I learned, according to uopeople.edu, the cost of education is going up faster than inflation even. And then that's what makes me question going to college. What am I gonna go to college for if I'm only gonna be making 50, 70, 80 grand, and then falling 100 grand in debt? Even with some scholarships, you still be in debt, unless if you get a full ride scholarship. But you have to like be like super smart for that. I'm not Albert Einstein over here. And then my main source or reference and why I used it was uopeople.edu. And the reason why I used this one the most is because an EDU is made by students for students, and I'm a student, so all the information on the website was useful to me, and I got a lot of information just from this site. And that's my presentation.